one of my proudest achievements as a Michigan man, using my platform for good, playing the soundbite of Ohio State transfer to Notre Dame, the wide receiver Mylan Graham, talking about actually going to class. Now he's in Notre Dame. Played that soundbite 3 times on ESPN. Very proud of that. And I guess could be a different audience on ESPN too right now. So let's hit it. Let's do it one more time. Mylan, your thoughts?
Saying class. How is that transition?
Yeah, not too different. Just have to actually go in person, just stuff like that. And in Notre Dame, obviously everybody knows how it is with academics. Yes. So just being able to lock in with stuff like that, that's about it.
Everyone knows how it is.
Everybody knows.
I mean, it's a big difference between, zooming into class or showing up in person, because that's where we're assuming is what he meant.
Yeah.
About actually going to in person.
We're assuming.
I mean, the difference, Terron Armstead's been here.
That's true.
Yeah.
But him zooming in, right, a big difference.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, Terron? Yep. Did I make the distinction appropriate?
Big difference.
Okay.
Big difference. Yeah, we've done both without the portal.
I mean,
we've done both.
Now, Arkansas Pine Bluff, did we have a big rival that you love to troll on every possible chance, just like I'm doing right now with my platform? I don't believe I'm abusing my platform. I think I'm using it to inform. But was there an Arkansas Pine Bluff bitter rival, Terron?
I would have to say Jackson State.
Okay.
We won the Pine Bluff first ever SWAC championship. It was against Jackson State, so that it's a rivalry there.
Okay. So you appreciate at least me trying to inform and use my platform to inform when it comes to this sort of stuff.
I appreciate you, Rich.
Okay.
In general. You know what I mean? I appreciate what you do, what you bring to the world of sports.
Thank you, sir. Terron Armstead, right back at you. Okay, so I see a Saints lid. I see a Dolphins lid. What else do we got in your background right now? What other knickknacks
we got
do we have?
Music. We have Senior Bowl Hall of Fame. We have a few hats, some plaques,
What's that game ball? What's that game ball? What's the game ball over your right shoulder?
That's the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame ball.
I didn't know there was this, with all due respect to our friends in Mobile. What do we got there? Okay. Oh, with Gruden, Richard Sherman, Geno Atkins, and the other name is kind of
Alex Mack.
Alex Mack. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Okay. Do you have to give a speech and stuff like that, or?
I did, man. We went down to Mobile.
Okay.
All of us, the entire class, we had our chance to speak. It was incredible. Shout out to the Senior Bowl. They rolled out the red carpet for us for sure.
Yeah, they're awesome first class people. All right, you know what? Part of the reason why I want to talk to you, I'll always talk to you. 12 years in the league, and you're digging your heels into the paparazzi right now, the media. The Dolphins fascinate me, Terron. They really fascinate me because they've got some guys, and I know they just are they're gonna cut Chubb and Tyreek Hill to save some money, and they just changed their front office and their coaching staff. What do you think is cooking up right now in Broward County, Terron?
Full rebuild, man. Full reset. I think it's when you hold the power button down. You know what I mean? I think that's what's happening right now. It's not just delete a few apps. I think they're really starting to create a brand new regime. Chris Greer was at the head of it for a very long time. He brought in a ton of talent, different head coaches, but haven't been able to achieve the success that the Dolphins fan base and ownership are yearning for. So with Jon-Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley, they're getting a chance to approach this thing with a blank page, with a blank canvas, so they can start to build the franchise and organization that they feel will create the success that we're looking for.
I love that analogy, holding the power button down. We can all understand that. And that is always, seriously, because that's my my last resort of like, I can't figure this thing out. I don't know how to F this thing up. So let me just hold the power button down.
Sure.
And it does appear to be that's what the Dolphins are doing. My question is when the power comes back on, is Tua still on this team, do you think?
That's tough, man. When I spoke on it when Tua was benched during the season,
Yep.
and I was very vocal about him being a starting quarterback next year. That was under the impression that there would be the same regime. It would be the same campaign, Mike McDaniel and company, that they had experience together of being a number one offense in the league and feel strongly or confident that they can get back to that spot. This is a different situation. Jeff Hafley don't know Tua at all. He don't have that same experience, the ups and downs of being with Tua. Jon-Eric Sullivan don't have that experience with him as well. I'm sure they're having conversations and trying to figure out what's best for the team as far as performance and production, but also financially, because Tua has such a big cap hit. I don't think so at this point. I think that this new leadership are showing the direction that they're going. We're releasing Tyreek Hill, releasing Bradley Chubb, James Daniels, and et cetera, with more names to come, I'm sure. Minkah Fitzpatrick name comes up yesterday in trade talks. So I can see Tua moving from being a Miami Dolphin.
Yeah, I can too. And I'm wondering if he would prefer that as well. What's your read of his view of everything?
Yeah.
Not to make you speak for him, but I'm just you're somebody who's who's got boots on the ground, if you will, and knows a few things. So I'm kind of hunting and pecking for what you think on that front.
Talking to Tua, and again, at the time that we spoke, it was still under the leadership of Mike McDaniel, Frank Smith as the offensive coordinator, it was the same group. And his thought process then was be the best teammate possible, show up, be the best leader possible, help Quinn Ewers be ready to lead the guys for the rest of the season. And then the offseason hit, have some real uncomfortable conversations with the people upstairs and figure out how do we fix this and move forward. So he was all in on righting the ship in Miami. I'm sure a lot of those conversations changed with the departure of Mike McDaniel and the departure of Frank Smith and all these other guys that they had built that organization with for the last 4 years. So I haven't spoke to him personally since Jeff Hafley took over. So I honestly, I can't speak from his words, but in my opinion, I think it'll be best. Fresh start, get somewhere to just get a new climate, deep breath and go ball.
Yeah, go ball. And it reminds me of another situation, although the Jets did have the second overall pick when they brought in a new head coach in Robert Saleh and got Sam Darnold out of there. And now we're seeing what Sam Darnold has become. And sometimes you sit back and wonder, would we have seen that photograph of Sam Darnold in green holding up a Lombardi trophy had he been wearing Jets colors this entire time? And no. Right? You just basically said it, right? Right? And so that may be what I'm sitting here thinking about Tua, that he might sit here and go, okay, I'm seeing Sam do what he's done somewhere else. Would he want to bounce around to 3 other teams before landing on his 5th Super Bowl spot? Probably not. But I'm wondering if there are some other quarterbacks in the league, Kyler Murray being another right now, even though there's a new head coach, and a new head coach there might say he's better than the other options, as opposed to a new head coach in Miami saying, I don't want the same issues that happened before. Now I own them. I'd rather start from scratch. And I'm wondering if that might be the case here for a lot of quarterbacks around the league here.
Yeah. No, Rich, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to consider. What I do know is very, very few elite quarterbacks. Like it's very few that give you the chance to beat anybody on any given Sunday. And it's hard when you got someone that you've seen the level of production that's hard to find. It's rare. So it's hard to move on from those guys, even if it's a bad stretch or you know what I mean? The production is not exactly what you want to see at the moment. You got to weigh the options, man, because those humans are few and far between. It's tough. It's been teams for 20 years trying to find a franchise quarterback. And we've also saw teams that's been able to roll right into them. Green Bay Packers go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Like, that's rare. We got it's a lot of other teams that have moved on from a quarterback that has struggled mightily since.
Yeah, I can't help but think Jordan Love's current backup in Malik Willis, putting him with a porpoise on the side of his helmet, a dolphin right there. Like that, and Hafley would know, too. He'd know what the kid is.
I
right?
think that plays a part. I think that plays a part in all of it. I think Malik Willis is that insurance plan that I'm looking at the talent, man. I've seen him come in different times and run that Green Bay Packers offense and look exceptional and look the part. And I can only imagine with a full off season, full training camp, full preseason, what that would look like and how much better he'll be, how much more comfortable he'll be. His athleticism jumps off the film. So yeah, I think having Malik Willis in their back pocket, especially with his price tag, because he can't ask for too much. He hasn't had many snaps. I think that it definitely helps their situation.
No doubt.
In the quarterback room.
Right. And in big games and also in cold temperatures. We would stop hearing the whole conversation of the Dolphins can't win in the cold. If you have a kid like that, maybe. I don't know. I can't. There's certain things that I just can't, unlock myself from thinking right now. And Malik Willis in Miami for this team that is that finished strong, obviously with the previous coach, with a new guy and a new sensibility and attitude, it might actually mean something. Before I let you go, Terron Armstead, 12-year veteran, Terron Armstead here, and also his podcast, The Set. Everyone should check that out. You had something to say about Will Campbell, what you saw from him in the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 60. I'd love for you to give you the floor here on this show. Your advice for this kid after he had a long day and night in Santa Clara against Seattle.
Yeah, for sure. Rich, I appreciate the lob, and I'll windmill that thing back to the set. So I gave a more detailed breakdown of what I saw and what I see from Will Campbell in his game on the set. So if you want to go over there, leave Rich Eisen after I get off.
Nice. And
come join me on the set. But in short, with Will Campbell, he did a lot of really good things throughout his rookie campaign. He came in physical, aggressive. He was finishing guys, taking guys to the ground, really coming in and playing with confidence. He had an injury. He comes back from injury. You see the lack of confidence. You see the lack of strength in that, in his MCL injury with his knee. And he go through a stretch in the playoffs, a gauntlet of the best that the league has to present. You got Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. You graduate from there, you go to Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper. You're promoted from there, and you go to the big dance against the plethora of rushers that the Seahawks presented. And people talk about the path that the Patriots had on their way to the Super Bowl, but that wasn't Will Campbell's story. Like, he faced the best of the best. And not to make excuses at all. Like, it's the NFL. You're going to see the best.
Right.
For Will and the issues that I saw repeatedly that kept getting him in trouble was technique, was footwork, was being in the ground, connected to the ground to where he can generate power, not just catch and absorb power from these guys that's 260, 70 pounds, that's not reading much. They're getting off the ball and running straight towards you on their way to Drake May. So his actual pass set, like the 45-degree set that he had, consistently was able to get to the spot. And when I say spot, I mean that point of intersection between the defender and the quarterback, he was consistently able to get there, which is hard for young players. So the fact that he's able to get there consistently, where he's in between the DN and the quarterback consistently. But the issue was once he got there, hesitation, uncertainty, no foundation, not having his weight in the ground, those are fixable. And I believe he will. I believe he will get it fixed. He will get his feet in the ground. He will be connected from his upper body to his lower body. He is powerful, and to be able to generate that and start to bring that fight back to the D lineman. So I'm excited to see Will's in year 2.
Me too, man. And so are the Patriot fans, like my guy Brockman over here. And that's what you can. That's what you can learn when you take in The Set on wherever you get your podcasts or on a YouTube channel with Terron Armstead. And you can also learn that I apparently am Tyreek Hill's dog.
Rich Eisen, that's my dog.
Yeah. Right? He said that on your pod, right, Terron?
Yeah, he did. You said that on the set.
I need for real from you. For real. When he said that I was his dog, were you surprised?
Not at all. Not the slightest.
Okay.
Not the slightest.
Because my guys here were kind of like, whoa, they were taken aback.
Well, I mean, it was shocking to
Rich
hear.
Eisen, that's my dog.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he said. And
you rolled.
You don't go on the set with Terron Armstead and just lie.
Good point.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. No. It's not the lie.
It's called, if I'm not mistaken, it's called no cap, right, Terron? No cap?
I never said that before, but we can adopt the slogan. No cap.
I'm his dog. Thanks,
Facts.
Terron Armstead. Thanks for the time, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays, 7 Eastern Time, new episodes of The Set with Terron Armstead. You're welcome here anytime, as you know. So thank you.
And you're welcome to the set anytime.
Let
Rich.
me know. I would love to return the favor. You've done my show about 3-4 times now. You just let me know. You know how to reach me.
Oh, that's a fact. We'll do that. Instead of me sending you an invoice, I'll save a spot for you.
You know why? Because you
Rich Eisen, that's my dog.
are my dog. Okay?
Rich, appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome. Terron Armstead, thank you very much for appearing on this program. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.